Hey guys, good morning. As I told you yesterday that I'm gonna come around the CPI news. I'm here. See if we can trade the CPI. Same gap market is started to be respected. See, can keep going higher by trading this water block, list down close body close candle that has traded this. Trading this water block, can it go higher and clear this buy side liquid? That is my intention today to see. By the way, please let me know if you guys can hear me. Everything is good. Just let me know that, okay? FL Trader, good morning, brother. Rajesh, good evening, brother. RS, good morning, brother. NQ, brother, please don't mess up, okay, today. I'm just kidding, brother. We'll just go together, okay, brother? Good morning, by the way. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, Kuva, CMA. What is that CMA means, man? Thank you, RS, for confirming that loud and clear. However, this is the chart. I really don't want to spend a lot of time. Instead of that, would love to go for short time. What's happening? Just see that. This is the real buy side liquidity over here so far. So by the CPI, can it go for this liquidity over here? So that's my first int. At the same time, I have some sell side liquidity around here. I'm gonna leave the sell side liquid. I'm gonna mark them from my lower time frame. So we'll go directly to 15 chart. From 15-minute chart, this is the sell side liquid around here. That is the sell side liquid relatively equal lows. Have some sell side liquidity around here, which is obvious liquidity below this 15-minute last. So I'll just not going to mark them. Instead of that, we'll let this go. So this is the new week opening gap. Old new week opening gap, actually old week opening gap that has been respected again after clearing this buy side liquidity. Market perfectly reversed right now over here. We're not going to anticipate the 8:30 run. We will go for the CPI news trading. So like in short, let me know how I'm going to predict the CPI. I will go to 1 minute chart and around 8:30, whatever run market is going to give me. For example, around 8:30, market went higher or fall. I don't care. All I care, if 8:30 candle give me a big run and 8:31 candle build a gap over here. 8:30 candle, okay? If it build a gap over there, I will immediately mark that gap. That means 8:31 candle low, 8:29 candle high. I'll just mark the gap, and the 50% of this gap, my first priority to be traded. That means it will come at least until the 50%. Then maybe it will keep falling or maybe it will go higher. I don't care. All of this run, that's my interest. Okay, vice versa. If it is bearish or the leg is bearish, then I will look for the same thing, vice versa. Okay? So the 50% of that 1 minute gap, not 50 minute, not hourly, not any other time frame, just 1 minute gap, 50% is gonna be my target. For the first time, I will get the selling opportunity if it is a bull run around 8:30. If it is a bear run around 8:30, then I'll look for the bullish opportunity. Take that entry. So we will all go together. Those people who this is the first time with me around the CPI, please don't copy the trade. Instead of that, watch, learn. That is the best case of scenario for any kind of situation. So please focus on learning, and then next CPI, when I won't be here, you will understand what you should do. This is very simple, very easy, very no like no confusion. 8:30, the run, the 1 minute leg, if it build a gap, the 50% of that gap is gonna be my target depending on the setup. Whatever setup I'll get, I'll take that. That is the only thing you have to look for around 8:30. Sorry, the CPI. This is how I love to trade the CPI. So we will wait for that. After 4 minutes, the CPI run is going to appear on the chart. You will see that, okay? have a lot to talk about here. Yesterday's PM session, I'll go over there after the CPI is done. I will show you how we have taken the breaker block, and I actually took two losses in a row and then got the whole run. The two losses, one of them just for me, like I was not in front of my chart, unfortunately. I just pushed the button, shared the screenshot to the Discord, went away from the chart, take my dinner, went, come back, saw that I got stopped out. Immediately took another trade that actually got a small loss, and then finally I got the run I was looking for. However, we'll talk about that everything, and also we'll show you the breaker block entry, that PM session I have outlined through the Discord. I'll talk about that as well. So I don't remember who asked me to mark some sort of breaker block yesterday. Around the morning session, I really didn't see any breaker block. Around the PM session, I found the breaker block, and pre-market, I showed that breaker block and I told that this is the best opportunity to go for the trade. I didn't take that trade because the Blue Guardian futures, I've just bought that account like 60% discount. I was feeling like, okay, I should feel the market again. Okay, just because of that, I took that account, and like you can see here, but in future, I just took that account 3 to 4 days ago. Not that one. Guardian future. But yesterday, just I took some entries, but before that I didn't, and I really don't have any idea when I'm gonna take the next trade this account. And obviously I love to trade the 15-second chart. I was doing that things on the 15-second chart. 28, so still I have 2 minutes left. Actually, this is the area. I'll talk about everything here, but at the beginning of the session. So I actually took the sell here. That was the area I was expecting market will come, and you can see later it came here. I actually a moment. However, that was the area I was looking for. Market took the sell here. I was not in front of my chart, got stopped out above this high, got stopped out. Took immediately another sell here from 15-second chart. Okay, this entry is actually from 15-second chart. Got stopped out, took re-entry, added more, took partial, some got stopped out here. Here actually added more. So added here, added more, took partial, added more, finally close the trade over here. Didn't catch all of this time because I had to go outside, but actually this sell side liquidity was my target. I was in rush, so I just didn't hold it until here. That's all. Like yesterday, that entry actually provided me more than enough, but I just not in front of my chart. However, this is, I will talk about all of them, okay, around this morning session, but right now I'm more interested to see about the CPI. So let's see how this CPI is going to work. So 8:30. Okay, let's see. You can see this market went higher. I will look for just the 1 minute candle to see if it can build any sort of FVZ. Okay, so that is my first intention to see it, can it make any FVZ over here. I'd love to see that. You see this clean lows over here, some lows over here. That's so beautiful. I'm gonna remove this. If this is the first time you are with me around this CPI, don't push the button, instead just watch how we are going to do that. So around 8:30 market is bullish, and this is the candle that has give me enough run. I believe it's more than enough. From here to here it's 900 handle. Okay, so this is the candle I will look for. Can it make a gap over there? Candle, can it make a gap? If it build a gap, I'll just mark the 50% of this gap, and then I will start to look for the selling opportunity until the 50% of that gap. Very easy, no confusion, no nothing to worry about. Just make it simple. 1 minute gap, 50% is gonna be the target. Any sort of selling opportunity, I'll go for that. Gonna remove it from my 1 minute chart. Gonna keep the thing simple. Going to mark the 1 minute gap over here, here, here. This 50% is my first target. I want to see this market will come at least the 50% before going anywhere. It would love to go higher. I don't have any problem. Does it want to fall? I don't have any problem. All I need to see, can it fall for this 50% at first before going anywhere. And remember, this is the extreme liquidity over here on our chart. There is no other liquidity above this buy side liquidity. Just waiting to short this market. How long? 50%. That's gonna be the target. In between the 50%, I will try to catch some sort of partial. We'll see that, okay? This candle, 8:30. Is there any confusion because I'm saying the same thing again and again? 8:30 candle, 8:31 candle, 8:29 candle. Marked the gap, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It could be sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, but as this is a bullish, so it's buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. BC. The 50% of this BC is my highest priority. I am here interested to see any sort of sell from here. Out of 85 handle, I'll try to catch some sort of partial and then hold my trade at least until the 50. We'll wait some sort of selling opportunity right now. That is the first job. So after reaching to the 50%, it wanna go higher, it wanna keep falling. I don't care. I'll look for them later. Now, until now, here nothing. I'm just still waiting for the selling opportunity. Remember, not bullish, nothing until the 50%. Then I will look for the rest of the thing. Mark this gap. And if it inverse, not going to take that sell from this inverse gap. I need something that I can take the sell. For example, to gap, order block, anything. So here the highest up close body close candle is an indecisive candle. I don't like to mark this indecisive candle as an order block. Otherwise, if that candle was something like this candle, see this candle, if it was like that candle, okay, this indecisive candle, I would mark that candle as my bearish order block to take the sell. But as this is not a good candle, you can clearly see that indecisive candle, I'm not marking it to take my sell. I'm still holding. Is there any selling opportunity? Any kind of bearish gap is very important to me. Here, I think this market is going to build a bearish gap over here. Not that. It doesn't mean that I'm going to take the sell from this gap. I need the confirmation it is going to fall for this. I know it will fall, but I need some sort of confirmation. And if I ever mention the confirmation, it means I'm looking for an order block. Let me check if I take that trade, how long this stop loss could be. Oh, it was 23 handle. I can take that risk because it's just 23 handle. Now let's wait for the order block. Not going to take this trade. We'll just wait for the order block. It's better, right? And then we'll get the confirmation because this bullish gap also not been broken. I think I should wait for the order block at first, then we'll go for the trade. Gonna remove this. Gonna wait for the thing I need. Go for that short. If it doesn't fall, I'll keep waiting for the selling opportunity. As long as it's not coming to the 50% of this leg. If it go higher, clear that high. Buy anyhow. If it do that, then I will use this to black line to take my sell. For example, if it happens like this way, then I will take this as a reclaimed gap and will go for the sell. If it doesn't do that, instead of that close below this candle, I will use this candle as my order block. Will take the sell below that order block. Here, the order block. I need the confirmations. I got the confirmation. If it close below this candle, just one tick below that candle, gonna be my I know I should put my stop loss above this order block, but I'm just putting it a bit higher. Now it's time to can close to that candle. 2 1 limit order. It take me, I'll go for that trade. Very simple, very simple, very simple. I wish it will take me. One. I wish it will take me. If I'm not extremely unlucky, then I think I'll get my entry. If I'm extremely unlucky, then I'm not going to. But you are going to get the theme, how you are going to trade the CPI. So you are going to get the theme over here, even if I don't get the entry over here. So next time you will be able to do the same thing without me. I'm just watching how many candles it takes to come back again for this water block. Now, unfortunately, if it doesn't take me again, simply just the bad luck. But you will know that how you are going to trade this market without any kind of confusion. I wish it will take me. And I'm saying I'm just don't know. Here is the second gap. This candle high, this candle low. That is the gap over here. First FVG, bearish FVG. Second bearish FVG is over here. Let's see if it can. If it doesn't take me, bad luck again, brother. And if it takes more than 5 candle to come back for this order block, I'm also not going to take that trade. Maximum I'll allow this market to come. Oh man, I don't think so it's gonna take me. Sometimes it happens and I really feel very bad when it just miss my entry for a bit and then go toward my direction. Still difficult. But again, this is I shouldn't come right now, but I came here just to show you how to trade the CPI. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entry, and this entry is always risky, but I have seen that it was 23 handle. So one time I thought that let's go for this trade, but later I think, okay, if I do that, maybe next time when I'm not here, you are going to do the same thing. You should not do that. You should wait for the order block to be created, or if you find this candle as an order block, like if it was a good candle, I could take the sell from this candle as long as it's not coming to this 50%. Now it came too far actually. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entry, so I'm just gonna remove the entry. Unfortunately, I didn't get the CPI trade, but I hope you got something that will help you to understand how to trade the CPI. This is very easiest thing. This is the easiest thing to trade the CPI. Just mark the 1 minute candle, 50%. Out of 100 CPI, 99 CPI will send the market as, I mean, for this equilibrium or the 50% of this gap out of 100 CPI. So go back, check last 100 CPI. You will be able to see that 99 CPI sent the market until this 50% over here to this gap 50%. Then maybe it will go higher, maybe it will keep falling. I really don't care about that. All I care about the run until the 50%. So as I missed this trade, I still have the opportunity to go for the trade until 9 a.m. New York local time. So I'm not going to take any more trade from this order block, but we'll see if it can provide me any other selling opportunity again. If it do that, I'll go for that as long as it's not reaching for this equilibrium, the 50%. If I find that, I'll go for that. Let's see if it can give me that. Unfortunately, I missed this trade. Otherwise, if I was able to enter over here, maybe I would be able to catch at least some partial. Yeah, 44 handle, maybe I would get some partial. No 22 YT model, no other things. You will wait for the first opportunity. The first opportunity is after 831 candle. After this candle, okay, this candle you are going to use to make the fair value gap. After that candle, if you find the highest up close body close candle, that candle should be beautiful. Okay, as you can see, this candle went higher, trade this candle, then it fall. Now as I told, if it was a good candle, I could simply push the button from that candle. I don't need to worry about anything. I will get stopped out. That means market will take that order block one time and then fall, build another order block. I'll take re-entry over there. Sometimes shit happens, like you'll just stop you out, but will go for re-entry opportunity as long as it's not coming for this 50%. If you don't find this thing over here, then don't depend on this inverse gap. Never ever try to take the entry from this inverse gap. You will use this inverse gap as a order block confirmation. That means body will close below this inverse gap, tap to this inverse gap, then closed below the bullish candle. You will look for the order block. Or if you find any kind of bearish fair value gap, so if I remove this gap, see this bearish gap. Now, very rare I go for the trade from the first bearish gap. The reason is sometimes I really take huge risk and then I got stopped out. It's just ruin the second opportunity. So I decided to go for the order block. It's much more easier, much more confident for me to frame the trade. Okay. So still I have the opportunity because market came here, didn't come here. I know that I still have the opportunity. Just need to see if it can provide me a re-entry opportunity. Not 22 IT model. If you find the 22 IT model, that's good. Of course, I really appreciate it, but most of the time, I don't think so. You will get the 22 IT model around this area because it happens very fast, very fast. Like market go higher, immediately reversed without any kind of consolidation, immediately reverse for the concurrent crossman. So you will miss actually most of the time the trade if you wait for the 22 IT model. Instead of that, whatever market is going to offer you, you should take that opportunity. So I will try to catch the run until 9 a.m. I still have 15 minutes left to see if it can give me the opportunity without reaching to this area. Can it provide me any selling opportunity? Mhm. Guys, I shouldn't be here. I just came here to show you how to trade the CPI. So I think you're not going to judge me if I even miss it because this is absolutely very simple concept. If it give me, I'll go it. I'll take it. If it doesn't give me, I'm not gonna force the market. Not going to cry. Not going to like nothing. I'll just simply let this go. We'll wait for 9:30 for the next opportunity. That's all. Good morning, what is it? Simplord. Simplord. Good morning, Simplord. Good morning, Tall PT. How are you, brother? Chief. It's Leonardo. Oh, okay. You have changed your name, bro. Okay, how are you, brother, by the way? Find another gap over here. Any sort of gap, I'll take the sell from that gap. So, for example, this candle closed here, next candle open, and even just after closing that candle, I'll take that sell. If you do that, by the way. Bom dia. Good morning, Raman. Kishore, good morning, brother. Thank you, brother. Let's go. Boom day, brother. Let's go. Boom day. It's showing my YouTube name. Don't know why, bro. Yeah, I think I mean, here our channel has some problem. People's uh, at the rate of name is providing. Okay, so I really don't have any idea why it is happening. This candle will close. I'll take the sell, and stop loss is gonna be above this candle. Okay, something like that. 1300 is not bad. I have to go for the market order. I know it's a bit risky because uh, I know now this market should leave a gap unfilled. I'm just going to predict that unfilled gap. So it's a bit risky, but still will go for this. Target profit here. We'll go for, should take some partial. Actually, I'm not going to take the partial. We'll just let the market fall until here. Okay, so without taking the partial, I'll just let the market fall for this 50%. Just not going to take the partial. It should leave this gap open, so I really don't need to worry about this gap to be traded. If it trade, that's good. If it doesn't trade, I don't care. I don't want to wait for market to trade here. It closed. I'm gonna predict that this market is going to fall for this equilibrium. Okay. At the same time, I know that I should take some partial. You just follow that rules. I'm just not going to follow it. Okay, I'll just hold it like for the equilibrium. You can simply take a partial around this area and hold the trade for the equilibrium. Don't avoid your rules. So follow your rules. You don't need to like be aggressive like me. You simply follow your rules. Take the partial around 20 handle, then you can simply close your trade around the 50% of this gap, if any of you are in this trade. Okay, by the way, the gap I really would love to see will be unfilled. Gap should be unfilled. I know my stop loss is above this candle is safe, but I just took extra space. You can see just 15 handle. That's why I just put it a bit above of this candle, because it's like 15 handle. If it was like highly volatility, maybe I would put my stop loss just above this candle. As it is not highly volatile, I just took a extra precaution over here. Best entry would be from this order block. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entry over here. You have seen that. So always you try to take the trade at the beginning of the run. Here I just missed the trade from the order block. That's I'm just trying to catch the run from this unfilled gap. Now you can say that why it is that order block. I mean, here this consecutive candle, see this two candle over here, one and two candle, both of them are the consecutive order block. This is the low of this consecutive candle. Extend it to your right, you'll be able to see that this market has traded this consecutive order block. After trading this consecutive order block, that is the gap that should be unfilled. So I can't wait for this candle, like this candle open, then trade this gap, then I will take the, no, this candle closed, build this gap. Wherever it is going to close, I should enter over here. So I wanted to see if this candle could go a bit higher, and I will enter over there. Unfortunately, when I pushed the button, it was exactly the closing of this candle, so I could take a bit better entry. Unfortunately, I was a bit late, so I missed that opportunity. However, as it didn't reach for this equilibrium or the 50% of this gap, still is still valid to me. I believe that it will fall at least until this equilibrium. But again, if any of you are in this trade, take the partial around 20 handle, as your stop loss is 15 handle. So please try to take the partial around 20 handle and then close your trade around equilibrium. You can say, why is that? Because partial never betray you. Okay, so try to follow the partial rules. It's some kind of rules. You should always follow that. I know that I'm a bit late here, because here if I could enter, I would have already covered the partial, put my stop loss to the break even. I don't need to worry about anything else. But as I'm a bit late, so I tried to make my stop loss much more lower, like 15 handle, very small stop loss. We can simply, even if it doesn't work, we will be able to mitigate our loss easily. I wish it will work, because it should work. My experience tells. But if it doesn't work, okay, if there is some sort of accident, then however, you can see there is a obvious liquidity. That means some lows has been cleared by a shallow run. Here this lows has been cleared by a shallow run here. It's a very nice liquidity. I would love to see liquidity is gonna be cleared. Remember, no entry is valid after 9 a.m. New York local time. So from 9 to 9:30, no trade is valid. I'm just here to show you how to trade this CPI because yesterday, remember, what did I say? The easiest thing in this market is to trade the CPI. That is the easiest thing to trade. That is the 50%. I just didn't take the partial. I prefer you guys to take some partial and then close the trade to the equilibrium. Brother, it will keep falling. I don't care. Brother, it will start to go higher now. I don't care. All I care, after that run, did market came to the 50%? Yes. Can I catch the run exactly to the top? No, unfortunately, that was not a candle to be confident. Okay, I didn't take it. Let it go. Then the next best opportunity is from this order block. Unfortunately, I also didn't get that opportunity. Okay, after that order block, what should you wait for? Some sort of unfilled gap, right? Unfilled gap, some sort of. This candle has validated the gap. This candle closed, I'm already in the trade. How for? Constant engrossment. Whether it is going to fall for this sell side liquidity, again, I don't care. If you wanna be the master of this, observe what I showed you today about this CPI and then start to talk like me with so much confidence to say that whoever tell you CPI is hard, just throw some mud to their mouth and say that the easiest thing to trade in this market is the CPI, not that leg, 830 leg. I don't know. Go higher is going to fall. I don't know what is going to happen by 830 candle, but I know how to take care of the rest of this candle. Okay? Thank you guys for writing boom to me. I really appreciate it. However, I think you guys got the you have learned how to trade the CPI. Again, entry should be here. I unfortunately market didn't take me. That's the best area to enter over here. So actually, I would love to take the entry over here, and then we'll take some partial, and then we'll close my trade to the equilibrium, which is 59 handle. That could be the best case of scenario. Unfortunately, I missed it. Came to the 50%, and it is reacting from there. I don't know what is going to happen right now, and I really don't care about what is going to happen right now. I will wait for 9:30 for my regular trading. So whatever is going to happen now, I really don't care. I don't look at the market in between 9 to 9:30. Whatever is happening in between 9 to 9:30, I don't care about that. Thank you, Ravi, for writing boom, penguin boom. Uh, uh, Jason, okay, I think I'll call you Jason. Jason, thanks for writing boom, brother. Sophia, thank you for writing boom. Uh, RP, 100% agreed. Thank you, brother. You're most welcome. But why? What is your 100% agreed? I forgot, brother. Sorry. Livingston, thanks for that boom. Sophia, thank you for the boom. Hi, Titu. To that entry, boom. Thank you for teaching us how to trade CPI. You are the best. Emperor Penguin. Yeah, I'm the penguin. Look, trade the equilibrium. Market started to react from there. How beautiful it has respect. Now, you'll say, brother, it go below the equilibrium. No, just forget about that. But look at this small price action. See the reaction from here, from the equilibrium. Just overall, okay, I don't need the perfection. It will tap tick by tick to the equilibrium, then it will be reacted. No, don't like think like that way. But how beautifully it came to the equilibrium, now it has been reacted from there. And I really don't care what is going to happen right now. Did I get the entry over here? Yes. Closed my trade here? Yes. Done. Okay, I didn't get the entry here. Okay, did I get the entry here? Yes. Close the entry here? Yes. I missed both of them. Last opportunity. Order block, unfilled cap. Now, maybe this is tricky. Don't go with that. And you don't need to worry about this tricky entry. Most of the time, you will be able to get the entry from here. Most of the time, you will be able to get the entry over here. I promise you, brother. Okay, today, this market is just little, I know, like jealous to me. It didn't want to take me with her. But most of the time, you'll be able to catch the run over here. If you miss the entry over here, just let it go. No need to catch this run because this is tricky, right? But if you understand the logic, then go for that. I don't have any problem. Anybody here who went for this trade except Ellie, except my sister Ellie? Is there anyone who are in this trade with me? Sophia, thank you so much. Great way to start the day. Yeah, those people who took the entry stop trading right now. I know you hate this word when I say stop trading, but this is what you should do, brother. Too easy. CPI is equal to 1 minute. C fair value gap. T2 is equal to precision. Thank you, RP. I love you, man. Hey, John. Thanks for the boom, brother. Trader boy. Boom, sakalaka boom. Thank you, man. Lee trades. W. Okay, thank you, brother. I love boom rather than W. Kushi, thank you for the boom, man. RP, thank you again for the boom. Jamil, boom dia. Muito bem, brother. Thank you, amigo. Muito bem, amigo. I got too cocky. One of them was sitting on 54.7k today's request payout. Wow. Uh, Go slowly, brother. Okay. I blow two price action 50k apex in December. Sorry for that, but yeah, it is a bit difficult price action. This market come here, came back again. See where did it came back? Now reacting from there again. Again, I'm not interested to see what is going to happen. I'll come back again around 9:30 to see what is going to happen. Thank you, Matthew. Please share on Discord, bro. Share on Discord, bro. Oh, nice read. Thank you, Caesar. How are you, Caesar? It's been a long, brother. I don't see your name. Hey, Fona, you are most welcome. I'm great. Really, I didn't know that. Thank you for saying me I'm great. Foner, don't you? Uh, Chris, Julian, thanks all of you for writing Boom and the Penguin. Thank you so much, guys. I think you are asking for the Discord link. Okay, is there anyone who can share our Discord link to the comment box? FL Trader, Sophia, you guys are here. If you guys can please share the Discord link. Trust me, it's absolutely free. You don't need to pay me anything. It's all free. T2 is free, okay? T2 is always free. I'm free, okay? Free of everything. It is the wizards crazy how many IC traders don't know about the CPI model, such a good model. Thank you, Matteo. I really worked a lot with this CPI and FOMC, NFP, and I finally found this CPI things here. You know how to trade the FOMC. That is more easy rather than this CPI. Like FOMC with the conference is 1,000 times easier than the CPI. However, I think maybe I'll come another day with the FOMC again. Just see. Okay, but it's 1,000 times easier than the CPI. I mean, CPI is hard because it's a bit tricky for those people who are new to ICT concepts to understand all of this area, to understand how to fall. But FOMC is like drinking water. Now, that is not my invention. That is, of course, ICT's invention. That's why it's like drinking water. I invented this, so it's a bit difficult. But FOMC is like drinking water. Like you will just drink the water, something like that. Who took that into with me? Is there anyone who took that into with me? I learned something new. Thanks, brother, for teaching us. No problem. Just don't forget what I showed you for this CPI because next CPI I won't be here. Okay, I just came intentionally because a lot of you actually joined our channel very new. You guys are very new. I thought it's good time to come the CPI and to show you the live market. Otherwise, you'll think that this is hindsight. Everyone can do that. Don't think about the 15-minute gap. Don't think about 2-minute gap, 5 minute. Nothing. 1 minute gap, 50%. That's all you need for the CPI. 99 CPI will give you this. 99 CPI will give you. Some CPI is not going to give you the equilibrium of the 50%, but those CPI will give you the partial. So your partial will be 33 handle, 35 handle, 40 handle, something like that, or maybe 25 handle, 30 and something like that, but at least you will get the partial, so don't worry about that. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I will wait for the 9:30 again for the today's price action. Okay, so I'll go back to yesterday's price action right now. So yesterday, if you remember, around the morning session, we have only framed that sell. Unfortunately, there was no other opportunity. After framing that sell, we have framed another buy, and market missed our entry just by one handle. So just one handle. I missed this trade. Remember, don't forget about that. So after just taking this sell, I immediately switched my bias and framed the buy from this gap. Told that we'll take some partial around the 50% of this last gap and will close my trade for 34 handle to the rejection block. It just missed me by one handle. The difference was just one handle, unfortunately. So I missed this whole run over here, unfortunately. So that was the only trade around the morning session yesterday I took. And then I came and guys, can you please share the Discord link to the comment box? FL Trader, Sophia, anyone is here? Can you please share the Discord link to the comment box? I will close these things right now over here. We'll talk about this area. Okay. So I first gave you a screenshot and I told you to study this. Okay. So I would love to come here around uh, this whole area. What happened over here? This market went higher, took all of these highs, then come here. This is all inside the lunch hour. So market went higher, fall, cleared that low. When it has cleared that low, then started to go higher again. This is all inside the lunch hour. I really don't care what is happening, I really don't care about that. Okay. My PM session starts from 12:50. 12:50 is my first candle where I start to think the trade around the PM session. You can see finally this market built relatively equal lows, went higher, take that relatively equal highs and build the obvious liquidity, fall, build the sell side liquidity again. All of these lows are the relatively equal lows, went higher, cleared that relatively equal lows, build the obvious liquidity again, and then finally fall over here. This is all is happening inside the lunch hour. I really don't care what is happening inside the lunch hour. My session is going to start from 12:50. So market finally fall, trade this gap over here around this area. Let me show you this gap. It has traded this gap. Now if I go from the beginning around here, you'll be able to see that market fall, cleared the sell side liquidity, gave me the market structure shift here, the market structure shift, breakaway gap, this one, not that gap, not that gap, this gap, breakaway gap, entry gap, a very small gap. See this entry gap, trade that entry gap. After trading the order, the gap, what is gonna happen? The lowest down close body close candle is going to be your order block that has been traded over here by that candle. Trade that order block over here. Then market started to go higher. What should you look for? Some sort of gap that will be unfilled. Now after trading the order block, where you find your first FVG, I just gave you the screenshot. Here was two red line. Remember the two red line in my Discord. I shared this to you. I told that to study, and you will be able to see that screenshot. Go back and recheck. There was that two red line because I was on my phone. It was difficult for me to mark this gap, so I actually marked two horizontal line with red color. That is the gap I want to see unfilled. This gap should not be filled 100%. Market perfectly leave this gap open. You can see this candle tapped over here. Market simply go higher, right? So speedy, so speed. Now here we had something else, some buy side liquidity was over there. I'll go back over there later. So market came here, fall, went higher, fill this gap 100%. Can you see? It has been filled 100%. If it fill 100%, I immediately start to look for the breaker block. If it built after filling this gap 100%, I look for the breaker block on my right hand side. But if I'm afraid of this leg and market is not building any lower low, then I look on my left. Is there any lower low? See, lower low. Highest up close body close candle or the series of candles. The candles, most sensitive one is the highest one, which is gonna be the breaker block. This is the most sensitive candle. Okay, so the high to the low, most sensitive candle is the best breaker block, which I'm gonna extend to my right, the best breaker block. Now can I take this candle? See this candle over here, this candle has validated this breaker block around this area, that specific candle. First of all, even if this is the breaker block, I'm not able to catch that run from this breaker block. The reason is it's inside the lunch hour. So lunch hour I'm not interested to trade. But even if you would love to push the button by breaking all the rules, you'll be able to see that this candle has validated this breaker block. That candle has been validated by this candle. When this candle closed, it has been validated as a breaker block. So when this candle closed above this gap, I will start to look for the candle, 5 candle maximum to trade this gap. Guys, are you getting bored? Because I have the time until 9:30 to go for this price action. I know it's hindsight, but how I got the decision I should go for the buy over here. Exactly, look at the time, 12:50. Exactly to 12:50 candle. I saw the breaker block beforehand, but I didn't go for the trade. I was not pushing the button over here. I was just letting the market to come into the 12:50 to enter into the market. However, that consecutive I'm sorry, that highest up close body close candle is gonna be the breaker block inside this lunch hour. Market has provided the break, validate this breaker block by that candle. Then one, two, three, four, five. Within five candle, I didn't get the entry. If it is not an immediate reaction, even if it was inside a session, I wouldn't go for this trade. So then later this market came back around this area, right? Later it came back. Now those people who are my members, I have shown you something, breaker block, order block, which is extremely strong. You can see this candle over here, that is the candle that has closed above these consecutive candles, not this candle, because this candle you can't use as an order block in any other way. This two candle has to be the consecutive order block, as this candle has closed above these two candle. Look at this candle from 1 minute chart, it didn't close above this candle. The next candle here, it has closed above this consecutive candle. Yeah, the lowest one is the most sensitive one, but it should be the consecutive order block. This candle closed, next candle tapped to this order block, consecutive order block, market started to go higher. However, I was not interested to use this breaker block or the breaker block order block. Of course, I could go for that, but as some of you, I just don't remember who asked me about the breaker block yesterday morning session. I told him if I find any, I'll show that to you, because I love to mark the live market. That's why I went to the Discord, because PM session I was not in live, and I showed you to study this area, and I told that this is the best order block, the best time to, sorry, not order block, breaker block, and it's the best time to look for a buying opportunity. Mark that candle, extend it to right. It was all prematurely, no hindsight, nothing. I've seen this market came back again around here, and I started to look for this area, around this area, all of this area unfilled gap, moving the breaker block from here to here, as the market didn't give me the entry over here immediately. So the breaker block job is not done yet. At the same time, you'll be able to see that this specific beautiful buy side liquidity around here, all of these highs are the perfect shallow runs or the perfect zone as a sell side liquidity. Market fall, cleared all of this liquidity, came back again to this old breaker block. 1 minute last FVG, perfectly respected this order block. I know that this is the time to look for the run. At the same time, if I look for this unfilled gap, and as because of the time, I know that the time is the main factor, I didn't go for the trade because it was inside the session. After this gap has been filled 100%, I was starting to look for low, lower low. So here, look over here, low, lower low, highest up close body close candle as an breaker block. Did the market closed above this breaker block? Look over here, around here. Okay, so here it come until here, failed to close above this candle, so it's not my breaker block. Then fall again. What it has done, took that low, low, lower low. In between these two low, I have this highest up close body close candle. This area, market come here, this is the first candle that has closed above this breaker block. First candle, start counting the candle, how many candles it is going to take to trade this breaker block. One, two. The second candle has given you the entry. Now, exactly over here, I took the screenshot and shared it to our Discord to tell that it's the best time to look for the buy. I was waiting for 12:50, unfortunately, because I couldn't go for everything. So I just waiting for the 12:50. When this candle appeared, tap to this breaker block, 12:50 candle, I took the buy exactly to the top. Now I put my stop loss at first here around this area, exactly over here, and then I moved it much more lower just to say that cover this gap. Sorry, not the gap, order block here. This is the lowest down close body close candle, which you have already learned that this consecutive candle is the order block. I was just afraid if it would love to come back again one more time to trade the lowest or most sensitive candle. So maybe it will tap to the high or the opening. So I just covered the opening of this candle. buy my stop loss. I don't need it, but for precaution, okay, so that I won't get stopped out prematurely. Took some partial here. We had some level over here. I just don't remember what level. I think we had the new week opening gap, if I'm not wrong. We have the new week opening gap here, the low and the consequent encroachment. So that was the run from the breaker block top to until that area. Okay, so it's a 28 handle. I know it's not a good trade, but still that 20 handle, who is going to give you that? So around the morning session, we got that partial and closed the trade here. That was another run around the morning session, and the PM session got this run. Now, as I told you, just about a Blue Guardian futures account because it was cheap and I had some money to my people. I had to spend that. I had no way to take that money out of this PayPal, so I spent it over here. I still have some money. I think I'll buy another one. Mainly, I have no other accounts, no profit take profit trade account, nothing over here. I don't have any other funded account, no challenge account, nothing. Just I just don't know why I bought it. Like I had to close. I mean, spend that money from the PayPal as I am not able to cash out the money from the PayPal. My last account, PayPal account, was connected with my bank account. I lost the phone number. I'm not able to enter into that PayPal account. So I opened a new PayPal account. Now I can't add the bank account to that PayPal account. So this is the things for your understanding why I'm not able to cash out that money. However, I spent some money to buy this Blue Guardian futures. 60% discount, and like I can use my code for myself as well, so I will get some commission as well. It's gonna cost much more lower for me. So however, I took that entry. Sorry, I came here and just remember I'll the things I show you okay right now. So I took that sell as I told you. I shared this as well with you to the Discord, and I was not in front of my chart, so I got stopped out wherever the stop loss was. I never moved my stop loss. I took that sell. I was out in front of my chart, got my dinner. When I came back, market is already over here. So I just came back again and again. Okay, market was already around here somewhere. Took immediately re-entry, not from 1 minute chart. Every trade you are seeing over here, this all have been taken my second chart actually. Please don't ask me how to trade 15-second chart. I love to trade the 15. This is a new area because I'm able to put my stop loss much more smaller, and all of this is a lot of things are actually marked over here on the 50-second chart. So here I took the first sell, got stopped out. When did I get stopped? Yeah, I took the sell here and then add more here, got stopped out by that candle because as my stop loss was above this high over here, immediately got stopped out. So added again after got the stopped out, took re-entry because it should keep falling from there. I just don't remember why I was feeling like that way, but I just immediately took the re-entry over here, then trail some partial because I wanted to take the partial below this lows here, to this gap around this area. I wanted to take the partial over here. Unfortunately, by trailing the stop loss, got stopped out over here. So some profit over there, and then immediately took re-entry. Was observing, and then finally take the partial over here. Trailed the stop loss, got stopped out, and then I just moved away because that was like for feeling okay. So I didn't catch all of this run, but actually my understanding was this sell side liquidity is going to be taken. This was the area I was interested to see this market will fall over here, which actually came later. I think around 4 p.m. So around the closing, it came to this gap. So that was the area, if you guys remember. So all of these things I'm now going to explain to you. While this market came here, this was the new week opening gap. Yes, so actually let me show you this new week opening gap. Not new week opening gap, this is the new day opening gap. This is the new week opening gap. So you can see I took the partial here and closing the trade to the equilibrium. When I saw this market, exactly look at this, how beautiful this is. Tap to the top of this new week opening gap high. When you tap over here, fall, and then fall again. This was the gap I told to observe. I think I was talking to Kuba. I told him to observe this gap to wait for the 22 YT model. So when this gap, I think one of our brother or sister, she took the entry from here. That was not the area to look for the entry. That is the area to observe this market because this market has cleared that buy side liquidity. Let me go a bit deeper over here. I should not do that. that. Why, I don't know, but let me go with this. Why you should not take the entry over here? The first reason is, when this market fall came here, look at this area. This is just a random area from 1 minute chart, right? If it could tap to this last gap, then I could say this is a beautiful area for the reversal. As it didn't reverse from a random, I mean from a logical level to me, went higher, cleared that high, trade the new week opening gap high, then fall, trading this gap over here. More importantly, trading this lowest down close, body close candles on the series, whatever it is. I really don't care what is going to happen. What it should do, it will trade this gap over here. It will keep going higher, break that new week opening gap. It didn't do that. Instead of that, it come back again here, respected the equilibrium of this new week opening gap, fall dramatically. When it fall, it means it has finally built a gaps over here. So this is the gap, this is the gap, two gap over here. So now it's my time to observe, can it hold the market, send it lower? I have found that market perfectly trade this gap, give me the market structure shift here, FVZ around here. See this FVZ, this candle low, this candle high, entry FVZ, breakaway gap. The next candle tap to this FVZ. The MNQ is bit different. I mean, in MNQ, you'll be able to see that nobody has closed, I mean, trade that FVZ over here. If you go to the MNQ, you'll see there is no entry from that FVZ, but NQ has perfectly gave you the entry, which it should do that. Actually, your entry will be from this 22 YT model. If exactly over here, stop loss is gonna be at least above that candle. And my intention was this market is coming for this gap. That was my intention. I wanted to see will come to this gap, at least to this gap, which is an unfinished business. So previously you have seen it has worked with that water blocks. Remember all of this area, the water blocks, and then market came here, take the buy side liquidity. My new intention is this market is coming back to this last FB. It should come over here. Now extend to this breaker block to your right over here. I was watch. If I were in front of my chart, maybe I'll be very careful over here. However, that was the area. My intention was to take the partial around here, bottom of this breaker block, around to this area, which was like 23, and I was a bit crazy over here. I shouldn't do that because my entry was around here somewhere. In MNQ, it didn't give you the entry to this FVZ. Unfortunately, in MNQ is always the wrong price action. It is the real price action. However, the entry should be, this was the real plan to me, okay? But unfortunately, I was not in front of my chart and I didn't move my stop loss. I actually put it above this area and I got stopped out around this area. After getting stopped out, I just came back and I saw that this market came here. Now, should it fall again? Should it keep going higher? As I told you yesterday that uh, CPI is very important for taking some liquidity. So I was pretty much confident this market is going to fall right now. It doesn't need to keep going higher as the market has that CPI tomorrow. So if it go very near to this buy side liquidity by yesterday, then CPI will have nothing to do. So it should not go over here. It should be respected from this new week opening gap, even though it went a bit higher. But I was pretty much like sure it is going to fall. So I go back again to my 15-second chart. Here on my 15-second chart, came to this 15-second chart. I'm not interested to influence to any of you to go for this trade, okay? So over here, please don't focus over here. Look over here. When this candle appeared on the chart from 15-second chart, finally take that relatively equal highs, this high and that relatively equal highs has been cleared over here. Then market fall, didn't close yet, so I didn't take any entry. All of this run I didn't do anything, and then finally this candle over here, that candle has closed below this inverse gap. The next candle I took the entry over here. My interest was that I'm gonna take the partial here around this area, which is the entry gap has been used, or maybe this last FVZ to that 15-minute leg. So around here I wanted to take the partial. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Lot of consolidation. I was like impatient. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? And finally I just moved the stop loss. Okay, just moved the stop loss because I was not feeling confident to hold this trade, and unfortunately I got just the break even, not exactly to the break even, like small area. Okay, so adding some more and then got stopped out thing over here, and then finally added more over here, come here and moved my stop loss and trail it above, just above this high around here. So got stopped out by that leg, immediately waited for this last gap to inverse. So you can see here around this area, it when it inversed, added more over there. Okay, after getting stopped out here by trailing the stop loss, I was seeing this order block. Unfortunately, I was thinking that it is not going to go for the min threshold. Instead of that, going to trade the opening, and then it will keep falling because it should be in rush. Market is like the last hour, it should be in rush. So I really saw that it perfectly respected the opening over here. So I was pretty much confident it's not going to go for the equilibrium. As you can see here, it trade the order block open, fall, break that gap. So much confident that now this gap is going to be used as the inverse gap, and then this market will keep falling from the 15-second chart. But unfortunately, this shit actually came to this last FVG from the 1 minute chart, came to this last FVG, inverse, or like go back again here. This is the cut through candle. I'm gonna cut through all of these candles. I will say that this candle never appear on the chart, never ever. So I got stopped out by trailing the stop loss, by taking the entry over here, trailing the stop loss here, got stopped out around this area. This candle again closed below this gap over here, put the entry to that leg. When it retested this gap, the low, okay, the low, and then this candle closed here, I added more over there. Just for the sake of this conversation, my stop loss was very small, like let me show you, like it was 5 handle 3 tick or something like that. Okay, something just 5 handle. That's why I just went a bit higher contract size, because just 5 handle, 6 handle. So that's why went a bit higher entry, like in micro contract. Added more there, added more there. Observing this gap should not be broken. Constant encroachment can be broken because I'm using the 15-second chart, not 1 minute chart. So here the FVG is important, not the equilibrium of that FVG. So you can see perfectly it has been respected over here. Fall, come back again below, exactly to the low of this gap. Fall, used this gap as inverse gap. I was thinking to add more over here, but I was afraid that maybe it will do this type of things one more time, like it will come here, because it came, look over here, this last gap over here came here. So I was afraid it will go back again and stop me out, so I didn't add more. Took the partial while it tapped to this gap. I think so far I remember, tap to this gap. This is the old gap over here. This gap is actually from 1 minute chart. Just took the partial and trailed the stop loss. Shit happened again. Okay, so by trailing the stop loss, just got stopped out. I was too fast to trail the stop loss, and then I just didn't trade anymore. Just stop like trading all of this area. So around the Discord, I shared you guys the breaker block trade, the breaker block run. I think it was from here, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is exactly from here. So I shared this breaker block entry, and I actually take entry here. This one I should have been taken some partial. I didn't do that. As I told, I was not in front of my chart. You can see just 3 micro contract took the entry, went outside, and then when I came back, I saw that I got stopped out 3 micro contract over there. Then go for 5 micro contract, as the stop loss was too small. Like maybe how much was the stop loss? Let me check actually. Just like, let me show you. I think it was like three handle, 4 handle, something like that. This is the fun of this 15-second chart. You can simply take 3 handle, 4 handle stop loss. Okay, so I actually went a bit higher stop loss. I'm sorry, like the contract, bit more contract, and this is how I actually trade, and I stop trading over there. I just took this trade, I mean, for fun. Okay, just for fun. However, that is the thinking process over here. Now if you ask me about the 1 minute chart, if I were in 1 minute chart, maybe I wouldn't find any trade around this area, maybe. Or maybe if I were in 1 minute chart, maybe I wouldn't take that loss. The first sell I took, maybe I wouldn't take that loss. And just don't know. Okay, I have no idea, even I wouldn't be able to catch that run as well. So I was actually looking for the 15-second chart, because of the 15-second chart is much more easier rather than the 1 minute chart. Just you have to understand things. And now I would love to draw your attention over here, where the market came, where the market started to react. I really need to know from you guys, did you see where the market came? Now, not tick by tick, I'm gonna cut through this candle. They are the fake breakout, closed below the constant encroachment, closed above the constant encroachment. Next candle, told me that, brother, I'm so sorry. I did a mistake over there. I shouldn't do that like that way. I'm gonna give you the confirmation. Look at that candle. Tap to this area. Random, right? Very random. I was lucky. Okay. Tell me like that way. Oh, brother, you were lucky. You were lucky, okay? You got that run for the equilibrium, you're lucky. I'll be lucky for most of the time. Trust me. Sorry, okay. Let's see. So my intention is this buy side liquidity over here. Can this market go for this buy side liquidity? I don't think so. I should show you this buy side liquidity. All of you know where is this buy side liquidity. This is the extreme buy side liquidity. Above this buy side liquidity, there is a 15-minute last fair value gap. Sorry, daily last fair value gap. Okay, that is that last FVG. Sorry, daily last FVG above this buy side liquidity. So I'm more interested to see can it go for this last FVG. At the same time, from 15-minute chart, I will look for this week to see if it can hold the market, send it lower for this sell side liquidity. Really don't want to see that today to trade this liquidity. Instead of that, I really would love to see it will go for that buy side liquidity. But still, I'll look for this candle quadrant level to see if it can respect this area of this area. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1 minute chart. Going to keep like this way. Open on my right hand side the chart. We'll see how this is going to happen. 9:30. Oh, sorry, 9:28. I thought it's 9:30. I don't know why it's suddenly gave me this volatility. Please, guys, don't forget to push the like button. Subscribe to our channel if you are new. You can see on the right top corner, 11,593 subscriber. I just need 7 more subscriber to remove that subscribe subscribe count from my chart. So please make it 600 subscriber. I can so that I can remove it. Ah. So asking for subscribing just to remove that, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Ah, Attitude, can you talk about how to find market structure, please? Okay, guys. Sometimes please try to reply them. Okay, I missed some comment like the Melon asked to talk about the market structure shift. Now, really, it's not possible for me to go all of these things again, like the market structure shift or a visit. This is gonna be, like but brother, on the YouTube channel, if you go to the study playlist, inside that there is two video called market structure shift, how to avoid the losing trade. I think just two video one after another for the market structure shift. Over there, I explained this market structure shift in a detailed way. Uh, I think it will help you to understand, brother. I believe so. You can take that, brother. High of CPI move is the daily upper quadrant level of the recent daily range. Suzivan, I will actually talk about this range, okay, daily range. This Friday, I will go from the beginning to the end, exactly where and how you should look for that, okay? So when I will do that, think the confusion about the daily range or the range, not daily range, dealing range is gonna be 100% clear to all of you, those people who are my members. So I will just talk about I'm waiting for upcoming Friday. Just I'm waiting. So it will be easier for all of us to understand how to deal with that. It will be more easier. That's why I'm not adding any dealing range right now to my analysis. So market has fall. You know that I'm more interested to look for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. So you can see market fall, cleared that low. I'm interested to see can it go higher. So this is the gap which I will look for to see if it can inverse. Take the first buy for today. The gap, I wanna use it as an inverse gap to take my first buy here. If it doesn't, not going to take the buy, but if it works, then I will go for the first buy for today over here from this gap and target, of course, this buy and this all of this area, but I'll simply look for the upper quadrant of this CPI leg. Just upper quarter, just randomly I'm putting it right now, and later I'll maybe. That's gonna be my first buy for today if it provide me. Otherwise, if it would love to keep falling, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so when I'll get the confidence to look for the sell, I'll maybe go for that. But right now, I'm more interested in keep going higher. If I would love to take the sell, I will wait for the 50-minute candle to close below this new week opening gap. See this new week opening gap on my right hand side. When the body will close below this new week opening gap from 15-minute chart, I will start to look for sell. As long as it's not going to close below this, I'm not going to take any short of sell. I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. If you feel good to take the sell, go for that. If you feel good to take the buy, go for that. Whatever you feel good, go for that. I'm not interested to take any short of sell as long as this market is not going to close below this new week opening gap from 15. No sell is valid to me. I'm more interested to look for that data range high, and more importantly this buy side liquidity over here. As I told that I really would love to see this buy side liquidity to be open until February, but right now the situation doesn't let me wait for the February. So we'll see if it can actually take that buy side liquidity by today. Today is the best day to take that buy side liquidity. If it doesn't do that, maybe can leave it for the February. We'll see. I'm not afraid of anything else over here except the body close above this area to take the buy. If the 50-minute candle close below this gap, maybe I'll look for the sell. Maybe, I'm just not sure about that. Okay, for now I'll keep it to the top of this gap, but remember that is the extreme target, so please don't wait for me to write down the boom to hit my extreme target. Okay, so if I get the partial, please write down boom for me. If you'd love to take the sell, please go for that. I don't want any of you to miss the trade because I'm looking for buy. So it will keep falling and you are going to think that, oh brother, I'm gonna miss the trade because of you. Please don't blame me. I'm here sharing my point of view. You will do whatever you feel good. Your point of view. Give the highest priority. Your point of view. My point of view is this area should hold the market, send it higher for this buy side liquidity. That is obvious to me for today. That's why I'm feeling like to go for the buy. But if this market would love to fall, I'll just wait for the 50-minute candle to close below this new week opening gap. Then we'll start to look for sell. Otherwise, as long as it's going to work as a support on my right hand side, you can see I'm more interested to take the buying opportunity. This candle will close above this gap. I'll take the buy. I mean, I'll try to take the buy. Logic is this 50% area respected. Market came here. See this relatively equal highs. Market has built relatively equal highs here. Fall, cleared that low. Liquidity has been cleared after the market open. This is the gap prior to 9:30, which is the most important gap. So it can stop the market and keep sending the lower. When it is gonna be violated, I'm more interested to take the buy from this gap. If I doesn't get the entry, that's a different case. But if it take me from here, I'm gonna take the entry from this inverse gap. Okay, this is gonna be. So that is the entry. I'm gonna take the partial around 1:1. So you can see it's 29 handle 3 tick. Going to take the partial around. That's gonna be the partial. And please don't wait for me to write down the boom. Brother, if it doesn't hit your target, I'm not gonna write down boom. Please don't do that. If you do that, then I'll take my partial around 20 handle and then I'll close my trade to this lower quadrant. I'll simply do that. If it hit my partial, which is 30 handle, okay, it's not small, brother, remember. Assalamualaikum. The new week opening gap over here, I'm going to change the color. uh, The old week opening gap, the constant crossment is respecting. I believe it will be broken because this is really old. It has been already broken like 2 3 times. So I really appreciate this market to go at least until the equilibrium of that 15-minute week, at least until the equilibrium. Even if it doesn't reach for this equilibrium, at least it will go for this lower quadrant. When it will go to this lower quadrant, I'll be able to move my stop loss. If it doesn't hit my target by the week or the partial, I'll at least cover my loss over here. Okay, so I'm waiting for that right now. Now, is that gap important to you because this is the last gap? No, it's not important to me according to the price action. So there, this gap is important. I'm looking for the inverse gap. Where market is leaving the obvious liquidity here, I'm more interested to see the inverse gap, not the last gap to use it as an inverse way. So I'm more interested to take the entry from this gap at least until the equilibrium of that 50-minute week on my right hand side. See this 50 week, at least the 50 minutes week equilibrium. Even if it miss it over here, at least the low. That's all. Now, as I'm expecting this market will keep going higher for this buy side liquidity, of course, uh, I will get the partial if it really keep going higher. Don't follow my trailing stop loss. It's a request to all of you. Don't follow my trailing stop loss. If you are in this trade, manage your trade by yourself. Don't copy my trailing stop loss. Never, ever copy my trailing stop loss. It's a request to all of you. I will look for sell if and only if this market closed below this new week opening gap. As long as the market is not going to close below the new week opening gap, I will not take not even a single sell. I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. I think my point is absolutely clear. There is no confusion. If you still have the confusion, I'm gonna repeat one more time. See this new week opening gap? As long as this market is above this new week opening gap, I'm extremely bullish. If this market closed below this new week opening gap, maybe, not sure, maybe I'll look for the sell. Or maybe I'll keep looking for the buy. I have no idea what is going to do. But at least I'll keep looking for the buy, okay? So here, this is the partial. Your stop loss should be to the break even, okay? I'm not going to put it. I repeat one more time. You took the partial 30 handle? Yes, sir. Put your stop loss to the break even. I'm gonna keep it here. Please put your stop loss to the break even. I repeat, if any of you are in this trade, put your stop loss to the break even. Hold your trade for the high of this high, okay, over here. Or maybe you can hold it for this buy side liquid. I really don't care about that. But my first intention to say the 50%. So if it worked with this 50% perfectly, like respect from this 50%, maybe I'll get stopped out, okay? So I'll take my decision depending on the reaction of the 50%. So if it can go through that, maybe I'll get my like 70 handle partial, okay? I'll just keep it 70 handle, 70 randomly right here. As it came to the upper quadrant, there is no need to keep this stop loss over here. So I'm gonna move my stop loss. Never, ever copy my trailing stop loss. Please, it's a request, brother. I love to take re-entry. You saw I show you the live execution where I took the entry by trailing stop loss, got stopped out, took re-entry over there. I love to do that. Okay, I always care about my stop loss, but it doesn't mean that you are going to do the same thing because your psychology, my psychology is 100% different. So please work on your psychology, okay? And I really request you guys to write down the boom. If you don't do that, then I won't be able to hold the trade as long as I prefer to holding it. I won't be able to do that. In that type of scenario, what I will do, I'll take the partial here, I'll close the trade to the 50% just for you guys to write down boom to the comment box. So please write down boom for me. Even if you are not in this trade, write down boom for me, because I believe that you should give some value to the things I'm sharing with you guys, and not kind of like blindly. I'm explaining everything, why I'm feeling confident to go for this buy, how long I'm feeling confident to go for this buy, and why I'm not taking the sell. Okay, please, this all information is highly valued. You just getting it for free right now. So please write down the boom for me, okay? If I get the boom, that's cool. That's cool. Like if I don't get it, at least I deserve the boom. Look, right now 60 handle. It's more than enough for being profitable. See this gap over here around this area? I'm just watching this gap right now. Can it hold the market and send it higher again? Just look at this gap. I'm just not marking it. I have an idea this gap is in between these two lines, the 50% and the lower quadrant, the 50% and the lower quadrant, the equilibrium area. If it fall, can it be respected and send the market higher again for the high of the CPI as well as the 70 handle target? Okay. Wow, I got a lot of booms. Thank you so much, guys, for writing the boom. Thank you so much. Okay, so it came back. Where did it came back? To this gap over here. Came back here. Now, can it go higher? That is my intention to see. Mhm. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for writing boom for me. I really appreciate it, guys. Now, you please don't mind, okay? When I write it, tell you to write down boom for me, please don't mind. Please, guys, for don't forget to push the like button and subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. I'd love to mark this gap. For now, I'll move it immediately, okay? I was watching this gap to see. I got stopped out. Now, I really don't care if I get stopped out to the area I was waiting. So it didn't hit my target. I got stopped out with some profit, more than enough. Unfortunately, it didn't hit my target. So this is just an unfortunate. I moved my stop loss, I got stopped out. Perfect. But brother, you are wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Trust me, I'm not wrong. It could do that. Could do that. Tell you it. After the boss finished his stream, now I'm here. Hey, Stock Magician, thank you, brother, for being over here. I was not able to watch ICT's live today. I was just doing something else, unfortunately, so I didn't watch his live. Maybe I will join. I'll watch it later. It will trade at in first 30. There is news at 10, I think. I don't know, brother. I really didn't check the calendar. I don't think so. We have any kind of red folder news. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't have any red folder news. New home sales, you see this? New home sales, it doesn't have any impact to the Nasdaq market. No impact to the Nasdaq market. New home sales. I never see, okay? So I think I was safe. Now tell me, was there anyone who are in this trade with me? Both of this trade, any of you are in this trade with me? Everything has been explained with logical proper logics, not randomly blindly. Now this is a little messy, okay? So I think I need to clean all of this area so that I'm able to see more things. Right now, like this gap is important to me to see, can I use this gap for any sort of entries? I'm just watching these gaps. So I need to clear these things up. Sophia, yes, I took both. Boom, wizard. Stop over trading. Stop over trading. Stop over trading. Stop over trading. Please, everyone, please stop over trading. If you got one win, stop trading. Done for today. Thank you, Dora. Dora, did you take any trade today? Like any of you frame the trade like me? Any of you? Oh, it's orange. Yes, sir. It was orange. Sorry, I did not know. No problem. TP. No problem. Yes, I got the boom. Congratulations, sister. Please stop over trading. It's a request. It's a request to all of you. Don't over trade. Let it go, man. I'll just wait for a re-entry opportunity. Unfortunately, I have to wait. Okay, so I'll just take a bit more time. It seems like a bit messy to me. Bit messy. Over here, I have new buy side liquidity, so I'm interested for that buy side liquidity. At the same time, I'm watching the lowest down close body close candle. Here, see this, the lowest down close body close candle. I'm just watching it. Can it hold the market? That candle, send the market again above this gap so that I can cut through all of these candles. Why this gap? When this market went higher, look at this. This is the first gap which turned into the last gap, right? It turned into the last gap. Now, previously, this last gap was not important because there was no FVG. Sorry, no buy side liquidity. Now I have the buy side liquidity. This old last FVG, I'm gonna use it as an inverse FVG. At the same time, if you see this gap over here, see this gap, bullish gap, mark that bullish gap, extend it to your right, see if it can take some sort of low. If it can take some sort of low, then we'll come back again, closed above this bullish FVG. You will be able to use that bullish FVG as a reclaimed FVG. I'm just not observing this bullish FVG. Instead of that, I'm observing this old FVG, last FVG as an inverse way. Is that clear? You have any confusion? If you have any confusion, let me know. Just don't blindly trust me. Whatever information I'm providing you, if you have confusion, let me know. Yes, I got the boom. Hey Rajesh, congratulations. I took the trade with you. Congratulations, Power. Stop over trading. We do the demo trading, no problem. You can keep doing the demo trade. There is no problem. But still, if it feels you some kind of kick, oh man, I can't do anything because I'm not afraid and I'm getting win in my demo trade, and that derive you the live trading, then stop over trade. I mean, doing the paper trade. Stop doing the paper trade. Just don't do that. But I didn't take the trade with you today. Look at Dow. Okay, what happened with the Dow? I mean, it's really. I see. Look at this. Just look at this. How can you trade, man? Like Dow is bearish. Yes, I believe it is consolidating. Yeah, it's consolidating. See, absolutely perfectly, it's consolidating around the same level. And the Nasdaq was bullish. How can one guy can trade this market? Just look at this. How beautifully it is bearish, right? If I saw that Dow, I wouldn't go for this trade for Nasdaq. I promise you, I wouldn't go for this trade. I don't know you will believe me or not, but I will never look for that buy run over here if I have seen the Dow before. And now, fortunately or unfortunately, at least I got that entry. But if the market is not correlated, it's always very difficult to trade that market. And in January, December, it's very normal. It's very normal. Now, to be honest, I'm afraid to frame the rebuy opportunity. It's better to look for a sell for me. I don't know how you will think, but it's really better to think about a sell right now for me. Then I don't have any SMT and market left that clean highs over. Oh man, what I'll do then? Mm. Thank you, Suzivan, to follow your rules, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate those people who doesn't blindly copy my trade. Ask yourself, are you feeling comfortable to go for this trade? If you feel comfortable, then go for the trade. Otherwise, don't, please, guys, please don't blindly copy my trade. I know nothing, okay? I'm just lucky here. Not here, every day I'm just lucky. So don't believe on my luck. Maybe, oh, yeah, guys, I have a good news to with you guys to share. When I'm saying that I'm lucky, I just remember today morning when I get up, I got a mail from AIMA. It's the Portuguese immigration. I applied for the what is I mean the resident permit card as well as the passport. It's like last November, 8th of November, I applied for the resident permit card. Okay, and today I got the approval that they approved my resident permit card. They're going to give me send it to my post. Now, I'm saying I'm lucky because now this time, whoever is renewing their card, they are getting any sort of information after 4 to 5 months, at least 4 to 5 months. And for me, it took 1 month, 8 days only, and I got the decision already. And Alhamdulillah, it's a good decision. Of course, they approved my card. So when I saw I'm lucky, I just remembered that, and I think I could share this to you guys. I'm just sharing my good feelings. Okay, that's all. It really a good thing for me. Thank you, Raman. Thank you, thank you, brother. Suzivan, you can do one more thing, brother. Like, come to Bangladesh, brother. It's better, man. Come to Bangladesh. I can show you my area, brother. Everyone is welcome to Bangladesh, because when I'll get my card, I know that I'll be in Bangladesh as soon as possible. I'll go back to Bangladesh. Now you are a Portuguese and you have a written the Portuguese classes. Just a joke. No problem, brother. Guys, I'm just waiting, okay? Look at this price action. I have nothing to do, so I'm just waiting. But where about Portugal you're living? I'm living in I came this area very new. I don't exactly know. It's very near to Lisbon. I think it's inside the Lisbon, Bobadela. It's near inside the Lisbon, or like just outside of the Lisbon, something like that. Sometimes I'm an NQ doesn't move the same. That is normal and doesn't mean the trade wasn't valid. They're all influenced by different factors and news. If they are not aligned with each other, don't take any trade, Dora. If uh, YM is going down and NQ is going up, don't take any trade. This is an overall advice. Like, if the three as a market are aligned with each other, go for the trade. If they are like one is jumping, another one is falling, don't take any trade. Just let it go. As long as they're not going to be the correlated again. Again, my advice, just my advice. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying this is just my advice. And this is not my advice, actually, it is from ICT. As I told, if I have seen that NQ Dow is falling, I wouldn't go for this buy. But however, at the beginning, market open and 9:35, we already got our boom 30 handle. I think that's good. That's cool. Okay, I am waiting, Suzivan. I'll be happy if you, not only you, any of you would love to visit our home country. I really love to uh, be the host. I will show you around there. Just don't change your plan. But if you have the plan to visit Europe, just don't change your plan. Of course, we can meet over here. But if you have any plan, like to visit Bangladesh, I really appreciate to come to visit me. I had once resident permit in Singapore and been there with permanent residence. Yes, brother, I'm waiting for the passport actually, the Portuguese passport. I have applied for the passport as well. Just resident permit renewal and the passport. So I'm still waiting for the passport update. I took a short trade when first fair value gap in burst past my TP eval account, but I still have to trade for 2 more days to make 5 trading days. You just go for the micro contract, one micro contract, take that trade. That's all. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, Suzy, when you're still using the take profit trader, congratulations. Thank you so much, brother. Please don't forget to use my code T2 Wizard. If any of you are interested about take profit trader, in my opinion, this is the best prop firm. Please make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard. Right now, they have 40% discount, no activation fees, daily payout, no rules. Simply no rules. No rules. make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard. And for, as I told, for Blue Guardian futures, they have 60% discount. So it gonna cost $40 for your 50K account for Blue Guardian futures. The same code T2 Wizard. Thank you so much, guys, for using the code. And congratulations, Sujivan, for passing that account, brother. Yes, sir. I applied for the Portuguese passport. Take profit trader. Thank you, Sujivan. I love you, man. Not because you use my code, because you believed in me. You you bear my English for everything, man. Thank you so much, guys. I'm waiting. Just look at the price. Market is not moving anywhere, and I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for taking another opportunities. That's why I'm just talking here and there. Right now, I have nothing to do. Market just opened. We have already got two winning trade. Already two winning trade. It's more than enough. But still, I will frame some other trade as well if I find another opportunity. If it keep consolidating, maybe I will have no other opportunity. This is also a learning part, how to wait for the setup. Look, I'm not seeing anything over here. Do you see anything over here? Ask yourself, do you see any entry opportunities over there? If you see the entry opportunities, then let me know. Brother, I'm thinking about a sell from here. I'm thinking about a buy from there. As I'm not seeing anything, then I will explain why I'm not feeling good to take that buy or sell. Whatever you are thinking is better. This is the best learning process. Hey Tamimi, how are you, sir? Thanks for sharing the Discord link, brother. Everything is good, Tamimi. Brother, English is also my second language. No worries. We are all learning every day. Yes, sir. I'm trying a level best, my level best, and Sophia really helped me a lot. I hope a lot of things has been cleared already. The way I was speaking, it was so confusing, but because of Sophia's help, I think it's a bit better right now. Got boom and massive education. Please press the like button. All for free. Let me count likes today. Okay, 161 people are watching, 72 likes. If I don't get the likes, I will close the stream right now. You know, I don't care about anything else. If you don't give me the likes, I'm not gonna continue this stream for sure. All I ask for likes, no money, nothing. Just the likes. Please give me my likes. If you have any question on this current price action, let me know. Ask me a lot of question about this current price action. Hey Jamie, good morning, sir. How are you? You okay, brother? Last week, just 3 days was bad for me, and people started to say that I am trading blindly. You remember RB? Oh man. One guy is reading this market so precisely months after months after months, and then he's saying December and January is the lowest probable area. Still, he is framing good trades, and when just 1, 2, 3 days are bad, people start to judge. Really so pathetic. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Californium. But are waiting in moments like this. Something good. Something, some buy side liquidity to be cleared or the sell side liquidity to be cleared. Look at this. What I'm waiting for. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that question. Look, you have the buy side liquidity here. You have the sell side liquidity here, right? Around in this area. You have sell side liquidity here. You have sell side liquidity there. Lot of sell side liquidity here. Say this, all of this sell side liquidity around this area, so beautiful sell side liquidity. Just look at this sell side liquidity, how beautiful they are. Maybe you have some other sell side liquidity. I think here you have some other sell side liquidity, so you have a lot of sell side liquidity. You have this buy side liquidity, you have this extreme buy side liquidity. Market is right now trading new week opening gap and today's new day opening gap right now over here, right? Some sort of sell side liquidity should be cleared if this market would love to go for that buy side liquidity, or it will go higher. Some sort of buy side liquidity will be cleared if it would love to fall for this sell side liquidity. So I'm waiting for something that will tell me, okay, brother, the sell side has been cleared. This gap is respecting. You can start to look for buy now. Do you understand what I'm looking for? I always look for liquidity to be taken at first. Here, the origin low of this setup is this lows over here, around this lows. This is the origin lows. As long as these lows are not taken, I'm more interested to see the buy side liquidity here and there. So if it can go, I'll look for them. If it doesn't go and keep falling, I will wait for this candle to close below this area to frame my sell again. And of course, some sort of sell side liquidity will be left open, not going to clear all of them. So we'll see if it can close below this and then start to fall. Otherwise, I'll let this go. Not going to chase the market, not going to push the button, nothing. That fall doesn't mean anything to me. Nothing to me. All I'm saying that market has cleared the sell side liquidity. That's all. Cannot take the sell from here. This is called chasing the market. Why you will take that sell from here? Why? Brother, it is going for that sell side liquidity. I know that it seems like it is going for this sell side liquidity. It's obvious, but still, don't you feel you are chasing the market? Don't chase the market from this gap. Observe this gap, how it is going to react. Wait for the confirmation, then go for the trade. So you have seen market has cleared the sell side liquidity, right? It has been cleared. After clearing this sell side liquidity, is this market interested to go for this buy side liquidity, as the body didn't close below this new week opening gap yet? So is it interested to go for this buy side liquidity, which I'm interested to see? Or is it going to respect this gap and going to fall for this sell side liquidity? I need the confirmation. Confirmation means order block. If you are already profitable, if you have already framed the trade, if you have already got the profit, don't overtrade, guys. I don't need to overtrade. I can simply stop taking entries, but I'm trying to read the market for you guys and would love to show you every possible opportunities. So can I use this as an inverse gap? Ask yourself, do you feel like that it's gonna work as an inverse gap? Do you feel like that? While this market is around here, just below this area, should it work as an inverse gap, or is it going to be going to be broken and going for this sell? So here, if I would love to use this gap right now, what I am going to use? This. This is more comfortable for me, right? I would love to use this one. Now, if I would love to take the buy, how I'm going to take that buy? Simple. Order block, took the buy. Simple. Not very complicated, not anything. What else can happen? I'm gonna miss the trade. That's the maximum worst of scenario, that I'm gonna miss the trade. I called it as a trap FVG. See this over here, small bullish gap over here. This gap is gonna work as an inverse gap if this market would love to fall. This is going to work as an inverse gap, and this is going to work as a reclaimed gap. Best case of scenario, will clear some sort of buy side liquidity before falling. That is the best case of scenario to take the sell. Or if you'd love to take the buy, wait for the order block to confirm the entry. Thank you, Tito. I like the dedication of explaining the each move. You're most welcome. As you said, keep fingers without pressing the button is hard. Yes, sir, it's true. It's really so hard. Right now, look at the price action. What do you feel like over here? Is it going higher? Is it going to fall? This is kind of 50-50. Why? First of all, you have this beautiful sell side liquidity. Secondly, it has built the buy side liquidity. If it could take that high over here, if it would take that high, that means no buy side liquidity left over there. And I'm so much confident to take the sell. I don't need to worry about some kind of confirmation. I can simply push the button over here, put my stop loss above this area, and we'll go for that sell side liquidity. But as this market left that buy side liquidity here, and I have this sell side liquidity, I need to be very careful over here because this is both sided. Which one is going to be triggered at first? I have no idea. I have to wait for the confirmation to see or to take any trade. If it closes below this gap now, I'll start to look for selling opportunity from this gap as a reclaimed gap. For using the reclaimed gap, the best case of scenario to take some sort of buy side liquidity. But still, it is what it is. Whatever market is going to provide me, I'm gonna take that. Can you explain the order block? Where is the order block? Okay, if it there is any order block, I'll talk about that, brother. Guys, I'm gonna take a bit break for 5 minutes. Just remember, this is my opportunities, either this or if it build the order block, then the buying opportunity. Otherwise, I'm more interested to see right now the sell side liquidity. So maybe this is the best opportunity for me to go for the trade. Of course, you will take some sort of partial, and depending on the stop loss, maybe you will move it a bit lower, confirming the 50% of this high stop loss body close candle. Just the 50% of this high stop loss body close candle. That is the best case of scenario. If the body close below this, just try to frame this trade. I'll be back within 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes break. I need to go outside and sorry, I need to drink some water and wash my face. So I'll be back within 5 minutes. Just keep doing the things you love to do. I'll be back. Wow, I was lucky. I was lucky. I will say that I'm lucky. I'm so lucky, right? Oh man, I'm so lucky. I can see that I'm so lucky. I can clearly see that I'm so lucky. 8 handle. Ah man, you didn't get the boom. You missed the profit. I'm so sorry. Learn it, earn it. 25,887 relatively equal loss. 25,887. 5887. Okay, so for ICT, the sell side liquidity was over here. For me, I just marked the extreme sell side liquidity 861. So I can see that ICT was also looking for sell. Let me see what else he has talked about. New week opening gap to minus inversion fair value gap to 15887 sell side. I told you, remember, new week opening gap here, the new week opening gap, inversion fair value gap. I just don't know which one ICT mentioned, but I showed you this one as a perfect inverse gap. Remember, reclaimed gap, best case of scenario going to take that high. That's why I put my stop loss over here because this is useless. If it really would love to go higher, it can simply take that high, so it's useless. So we'll go for this area to put the stop loss. Entry from either this area or this area, whatever you feel good. Partial 1 is to 1, which is I think here somewhere. 1 is to 1 partial. Hold the trade for the sell side liquidity plus 5 handle if you want, like sell side liquidity plus 5 handle if you want. Entry from here, boom for there, which is 58 handle. Boom, boom, boom. Hey Sophia, thanks for the donation, sister. I really appreciate it, sister. Oh, and it seems like good. We have some money. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate it. Study the 9:50 a.m. to 10:10 macro and to the delivery. Let me see what ICT talked about. 9:50 to 10:10 macro, right? So the 9:50 market went higher, trade this area, this gap is the old opening, old new week opening gap. Remember the old new week opening gap or what that thing? So trade that around the area, fall, not convinced to take the sell from this bearish gap, needed the confirmation, went higher, fall, highest up close body close candle, order block, extend it to your right, trade that candle over here, that order block, inverse fair value gap, reclaimed gap, tap to this reclaimed gap, sell side liquidity. Now for ICT, the sell side liquidity was here. Okay, I'm so sorry because our sell side liquidity is not same. My sell side liquidity was bit lower, unfortunately, but I think it's a good good opportunity to learn. And three, that is also the first presented gap. Yeah, that is also the first presented gap as inverse way. So I think Suzivan has taken a sell from this first presented gap as inverse way. So yeah, it's good, Suzivan. You got, I mean, early entry, but nobody should complain, right? Because it's also enough. Like 5800, it's also enough. So if you didn't get the entry over here, don't just start to get panicked. Oh man, I didn't get the entry from there. It's okay. Mark this low to see what happened with that low. has also been taken. Mark that low to see. Okay, it has built the sell side liquidity. Still, it's bearish. Still, this is bearish because this is the new sell side liquidity. Good setup today. Mm-hmm. Boom. Today's price action is so beautiful. Yesterday also was beautiful. Okay, don't say that yesterday was not good. Yesterday was also good. Yeah, we know that we got just one trade and this one we didn't get, but still that sell, that buy was also good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Still it's bearish, okay, and as long as it's not going to clear this sell side liquidity, I feel like, and as well as you can see that I have framed the trade as well as like this candle closed also below the new week opening gap, so it is also a confirmation this is bearishness. And this is the sell side liquidity now it's been taken. I feel like now it's safe. It can start to go higher now if it wants, because all of the sell side liquidity has been cleared. This is the bullish FBC that can be traded and start to go higher. I just don't know what is going to happen because I'm not able to take any kind of sell right now. It's called chasing market. I don't want to chase this market. So right now I can't take any sell or look for some other opportunities if I find. But if you, is there anyone who took that trade? Also Asia low was 846. I don't look for Asia low, guys. I really sorry because it's been long I'm saying you guys. Asia London high low is not important at all to me. In some specific area they're important, but it's complicated, so I don't look for them. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. ICT told that. Still people say that this concept is bullshit. How can it be so bullshit? I mean, see how beautiful. Yes, still this is not good price action. Remember, this is not a good price action. Look at the candles. It's not good price action. It's really disaster. But still we are able to read this market. At least we are getting some entries. At least. Isn't it bad? A good. Boom. Today's okay. Okay, brother. How do we know the equal highs would not be taken? Like, how did you know that it's going down? What I was looking for, guys, remember I was looking for buy. There was nothing to worry about that. I'm looking for buy. Now if this market really would love to go for this buy side, thank you, first of all, thank you so much for asking that question, Jaid. It's really a good question. I mean, I really have to admit this is really a good question. Look what happened. First this market came here, retraced the 50% of this gap, bullish fair value gap, trade here, went higher where it is going for, to take this high, then look for this buy side liquidity, the extreme buy side liquidity. They're going for that. I'm not bearish. No sell is valid to me. Market fall, took that low, buy a shallow run, which is I called it a obvious liquidity. This low has been cleared over here. Shallow run. I called it obvious liquidity. Take the liquidity. Used the lowest down close body close candle as an order block. Trade that order block. Keep going higher. Where it is going for? Take that high buy side liquidity. So it is obvious that market is going for that. Then suddenly it stopped over there. No SMT, no nothing, nothing. No divergence, nothing. Just simply stopped over there. Build relatively equal highs from 1 minute chart, remember. Because 1 minute liquidity doesn't have the power to grab the market toward the liquidity. That means if you see the 1 minute liquidity, they don't have the power to call the market to take him or her before falling or going higher. It doesn't have that power. That 1 minute liquidity doesn't have that power. But if it was from 15-minute chart, so if I come on my right hand side and if I just come over here, you'll be able to see that this low, that low, all of these lows are from 15-minute chart, a beautiful sell side liquidity. And I believe so. I just don't know why ICT told there is the sell side liquidity. Remember, 25887 ICT marked that as a sell side liquidity. I have no idea why he has marked this as a sell side liquidity. But I can see this is beautiful sell side liquidity over here. However, whatever it is, like you have some sell side liquidity from 15-minute chart. If you look from the 15-minute chart, there is no buy side liquidity. Yeah, of course, this is an obvious liquidity over here. Because obvious liquidity is an unfinished business. This is the job for later use. So the sell side liquidity is from 15-minute chart. The buy side liquidity is from 1 minute chart, as I don't have two swing high over here. They're just sideways candles. Two weak went near to each other. However, I was looking for buy. I'm not interested to look for any short of sell. When this candle closed below this area, I'm now interested to go for sell. But if I wait for this candle to close, maybe I would miss this trade. Maybe I would miss this trade. So I was pretending this is going to be closed. Now, how do I pretend that? It has built this sell side liquidity, this low and that low. It has built a new sell side liquidity. Of course, I have the obvious liquidity. Also, it has built the sell side liquidity. Now, it has cleared that sell side liquidity with speed, not sweeping. It's not sweeping the sell side liquidity. Like here, this low has been cleared over here by sweeping. Just took the liquidity, started to go higher. What else happened over here? It went through that sell side liquidity with speed, build that gap. Now, blindly, I can't believe this gap to take the sell, as I have this sell side liquidity from 15-minute chart. I have also the buy side liquidity. Market didn't clear not even single buy side liquidity, so I should not believe this bearish gap to take my sell, because it can simply go higher, clear that high, at least this high, or maybe this highs before falling. I can't simply blindly depend on that bearish gap. That has given me the speed through the liquidity. 1 minute chart is going toward that sell side liquidity. Look over here, what happened? It just simply cleared that liquidity. Now it is reversing from there. See, just this price action, this price action, that liquidity taken, and that liquidity taken. You will be able to understand what I mean to say. It has simply cleared the liquidity with speed, and here it has just swiped the liquidity. So if I see this type of swipe liquidity over here, I would have already, I mean, of course, I would wait for the liquidity to be taken, buy sell liquidity to be taken to take the sell. But when I saw this run through that liquidity level, I would love to observe this gap, how this gap is going to react. Is it going to hold the market and send it higher for some sort of buy side liquidity, some sort of buy side liquidity? If it would love to do that, I'll catch the run from the order block. If it doesn't want to do that, then it can simply go higher, take some sort of buy side liquidity, closed below this gap, used it as a reclaimed gap, will fall for the maximum liquidity or higher time frame liquidity. This is the higher time frame liquidity from 15-minute chart. It can go for that. I was waiting to see how it is going to react. It went higher, traded this area, whatever I have over there. I really don't know what do I have on my left hand side. If I just go for the long price action, maybe I'll find something. However, it went higher, violate this gap. Those people who took the sell here from the ICT concepts, they already got stopped out, because their stop loss is going to be above that candle, which has built this FVC, and then they are going to use it as a inverse gap. They will take the sell, market will stop them out by falling below this low, this candle low, just stopped them out. I'm just waiting for all of the people to get stopped out, as this gap is now working as an inverse way. I have 15-minute gap liquidity here somewhere from the 15-minute chart. Would love to use this area to take the sell for that small portion of the run. So even if this market would love to go higher, clear that sell side liquidity, then it will go start to go higher for that buy side liquidity. Is that clear, brother? I know that I added more things over here, but uh, I tried. Like, is it clear or not? I bought a new account and took this trade. Congratulations, Sophia. Hope you got the boom. Still, you guys won't stop taking entries, right? I don't want to stop, brother. You told that if I have more challenge account, then I can keep trading. But still, I don't want to stop trading. I really appreciate it, but it's really a bad habit. So stop over trading. Were you looking P and D for the sell since it was at 75? I will talk about this P and D premium discount this Friday in the members only live. That's gonna be the first and the last time for explaining this P and D fully. And after that session, there will be not even a single question left about P and D. I promise you. So I am holding by myself intentionally, not adding any prime premium and discount intentionally, because I would love to cover that by the next Friday. Without that, I'm just trying to trade. I'm watching right now this new week opening gap on my right hand side, how it is going to react. Is it going to be broken or is it going to be respected? Market will keep falling. If it do that, I'll look on my left to see if I have any sell side liquidity. Right now you can see it, I'm in no man's land. That means I don't have any sell side liquidity. It means that I can't take any more sell. Can I take the buy, brother? Of course you can take it. Go for that because market has cleared the sell side liquidity. You are interested to take the buy. Please go for that. I will wait for the confirmation. It seems like it is bullish. Just I need something that will tell me I'm bullish. What you are seeing here, market fall and then just some bullish candle. It doesn't mean that this market is now interested to go for that buy side liquidity. The worst case of scenario, I will miss the trade. That is the worst case of scenario. If I miss the trade, I don't give a shit because I know how to catch the run. You know that how to catch the run. Remember the last parabolic gap as in first way, all of these things. But right now, I'm just interested to see how it is going to react with this new week opening gap. It came to this new day opening gap, respected from there. Right now, trading this new week opening gap. Would love to see how it is going to react, and then we'll go for the trade. Thank you guys. At least I got 2 more subscribers today. I just need 5 more subscribers to get 11,600 subscribers. If any of you are not my subscriber, make sure that you have subscribed to our channel. It's not gonna be bad experience with me. I promise you. You will learn something. Not from me. You will learn by yourself. What past presented variable gap is nearby now. Careful as it could send NQ higher soon. Yes, sir. I love ICT concepts and you have made it so easy. So when I keep saying it's too easy, don't you uh, keep like objecting, brother? It is simple for you. But I would love to ask that question to Danchi right now if he's here. Is it easy for me or is it easy for all of you? It's not difficult price action. The only problem is we are not uh, patient enough. We always feel like I'm gonna miss the trade. That's all I'm trying to train you. Missing trade doesn't mean that you lost something. Missing trade means the next bus, you have to wait for the next bus. That's all, brother. On our price tab to the C of the fair value gap, of course it can start to go higher. I'm waiting for this 50-minute candle to see how it is going to react with this new week opening gap. So I'm not interested to take any short of buy right now. I clearly saw that market has cleared that sell side liquidity. I know that I have this buy side liquidity, clean buy side liquidity, and also the extreme buy side liquidity over here. I am bullish, but still I'm not framing any trade because I'm not feeling good to take any trade. I need some sort of uh, confirmation that will tell me that now I can go for the buy. Still now I don't have any option here to look for the buy. This inverse gap, if you go for the premium and discount, now this thing I wanted to not to add, but as it is over here, let's look at this high and that low, mark that area here. This is the quadrant level. Okay, this gap is actually much more lower than the quadrant level. It is always better if I have find any sort of bearish gap around this quadrant level, then I could go for the buy. Unfortunately, it is actually too far from this quadrant level. I'm just not interested. So odd. Where it bounced from new day opening gap, sir, and this 50-minute gap. As long as it's not going to broken, I'm not interested to take any kind of buy. I will keep waiting to find out another opportunity. Does it want to keep falling? I'll look for that. Does it want to go higher? I'll look for that. I need some kind of confirmation that will help me to take the buy or sell. Right now, I don't have any sell side liquidity. I have a lot of buy side liquidity, but I need the confirmation that this market is going higher. Without that confirmation, I just simply can't go for a buy or sell. If you want to go for the buy or sell, please take it. Go with yourself. Can I buy it now? How can I tell that, Mr. X Gamer? Can buy it or not? How can I do that? How can I tell that? 10 a.m. 15-minute candle is bearish fair value gap and 50% retracement. That gap, it didn't yet been traded. Not easy when you explain it. Ah man, don't you again, brother. Dora, I would love to ask you the question. Is it easy because I'm explaining, or you have started to see a lot of things? Is it seems like easier to you as well? It's not of me, man. You're just thinking I'm because of me it's easier, but no, it's not true, brother. 1036 candle is an order block or not? 1036 candle. Bearish order block. My question to you, what the change, I mean, what the delivery this candle is going to change? Look on here. This is the 50-minute chart. What is the state of delivery? Is it bearish or is it bullish? Ask this question to yourself. Simply ask this. What is the state of delivery from 15-minute chart? Then come here and ask yourself again the same question. What the state of delivery it is going to change? If you see the both reply or the answer is same, of course this is an order block. If you see something is contradictory, then it's not the order block. Brother, I'm showing you what is the confirmation every time. I'm showing you in the price action, so I will, if I see get that, I'll explain that again. Okay. Andres, right now there is nothing, I can't predict the confirmation. I have to wait for the confirmation. So if the things happen, then I will start to talk about that, that now I need this type of confirmation, or this blah blah blah. But right now there's nothing, simply this price has nothing. You simply see that this is a bearish market, cleared that sell side liquidity. I don't have any other sell side liquidity left. This market should go higher for this buy side liquidity. There is the resistance here, this new week opening gap. This new day opening gap is a support. What the market is going to do? I have nothing over here that can tell me to take the buy, not even a single bullish fair value gap. Look at this. Not even a single bullish fair value gap. Why I should look for the buy? If I would love to look for a sell, where is my liquidity? How far this market can fall? Previously, I have this extreme sell side liquidity that has been cleared. Now, if it starts to fall, how long it will fall? You have to have the end line. There is no end line, there is no trade. If this market now keep falling, I will not frame any trade because I don't know exactly how long it will keep falling. Now I have no idea. I'll let this market to fall. If I would love to take the buy, I want to see this gap to be broken, this new week opening gap to be broken, and then I'll start to look for the buy. Gap as an inverse way. Reclaimed gap. This gap. The same entry here. This gap and this gap. The same area. The only difference is I have no sell side liquidity. So I'm not framing any trade from this gap. Exactly the same this gap. See this gap? Exactly the same gap over here. This candle high, that candle low. Violated, close to below, retest this gap, falling. Just the problem is I don't know how far it will fall. Now I could chase this market to you. I could tell this to you. Chase the market, brother, chase the market. But it is not good. In a longer run, you will just keep losing the trade. This gap, that gap, same gap, not the inverse gap. See this gap and this gap are the same gap. Went higher, take this high, swing high. It's much more beautiful. Closed below this gap, retest this gap, using it as a reclaimed gap, falling. Only problem is I have no idea how far it will fall. So I'm not framing any trade. Are you getting the point? There should be some logic behind taking a trade, behind framing a trade. It's premature to buy now. No bullish FBZ. Absolutely, brother. 1036. Okay, I gave you the reply already. Explain it so clearly, Tito. Thank you. Don't you? I'm gonna make you profitable, brother. Just bear with me. The things I'm telling you, follow that. Stop over trading. How many times I repeat that? Stop over trading, stop over trading, stop over trading, stop over trading, stop over trading. That's all you have to do. Stop over trading. This market will make you profitable. Okay, so I'm still waiting, okay, to see if I can find something. So finally, this guy started to go higher. I'm happy to see that this is it stopped falling. Yeah, happy. I'm just happy. I want to force the market to go higher now because if it keep falling, I will have no way to take any short of sell because I don't have any sell liquidity. So I would love to force the market to go higher now. In my mind, I only would love to frame the buy setup just because I don't have any sell side liquidity. If I had the sell side liquidity, I could use some bearish PDRA to take the sell. As the sell side liquidity is absent from the chart, I prefer this market to go higher. If it go higher, I will participate in that trade. The last gap. Let's see if we can find any buying opportunity right now. I will wait for this market to close above this gap at first, and then I will start to look for the buy. When the body will close above this gap, which is the last FVZ, then and only then I will start to look for the buying opportunity. Right now, look at the price action over here. For example, again, if it would love to keep falling from this reclaimed gap, I will have to let this fall go because I don't have any end line. So please don't get confused why you are not framing the sell. This is the best area to frame the sell for me. But as I don't have the sell side liquidity, I have no idea how much it will fall. And as I don't know that, I'm not going to take the sell. If it keep falling, means I'm missing all the fall. If it would love to go higher, how do I know that it is going higher? What happened exactly over here? Market fall, cleared the extreme liquidity, started to go higher. What should it do? Everyone will jump into this entry to take the buy. Market retrace a long, huge retracement. Come back again inside this new day opening gap. When it has fallen, left that last FVZ over here. It means it can come here and then can come for this relatively equal low. See this low and that low, relatively equal lows. So my intention, if I would love to take a trade, I am already let all the sell go from my mind as I don't have any sell side liquidity. Forget about this engineered liquidity. They can't be your target. You have to have some sort of old swing low to be validate it as a sell side liquidity. For example, because it's not that clean sell side liquidity over here. Now again, if you'd love to go for the trade from here, you can simply go for that. For this relatively cold lows, I don't feel comfortable to go for that. I'll let this go better. If I would love to take the buy, and if this market really would love to go higher, it will close above this gap. When it will close above this gap, I'm not going to use this gap to take my buy. I will wait for some sort of bullish FVZ, the best case of scenario, 2 FVZ to frame the buy from the entry FVZ. So if it built 2 FVZ over here and closed above the last PDRA, last bearish PDRA, which is the bearish gap, if it can break that, I'm gonna take the buy from the bullish FVZ, not from this FVZ. So here, the most important thing is the new bullish FVZ. Market has to show me the bullishness on this market. The speed toward the buy. Buyers are going to take the control. Something like that. You guys really understand the control C, right? So I would love to see the buyers are going to take the control and sellers are going to fail to take the buy. Not interested to take any sell as I don't have any sell side liquidity. Does it make any sense, guys, to you? Worst case of scenario, I'm gonna miss the trade. Either this market will keep falling, I'm gonna miss this, or maybe it will close above this gap and keep going higher. I'll miss that buy again. If it keep going higher, I will have lot other opportunities to take the buy. But if it keep falling, I'm gonna miss all the fall. Why? As just I explained, I have no sell side liquidity. Look at this. A pure gap around this area, just a pure gap, nothing else over here. I'm done trading today. I'm happy to have passed a 150k eval account. No funded account trade for me this week so far. Have a good rest of the day, brother. See you tomorrow. God willing. See you, Suzivan. Yesterday lowest liquidity is too far. I don't look for previous day low, previous day high, brother. Unfortunately, I don't see them as my liquidity. At least not uh. In, what is the day today? Today's today's Tuesday. Oh, thank you, brother. Okay. Yeah, of course, this is important. Today's Tuesday. I forgot, brother. Yeah, of course, I look for the previous day low. I'm so sorry. Of course, that can be the sell side liquidity market is reaching for. Yeah, man, I'm so sorry. Today's Tuesday, I really forgot. Market went higher, cleared previous day high, which is over here. That has been cleared. Now market is reaching for the previous day low. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's my sell. See this gap? It's my sell over here. That is the gap. I'm going to take the sell from this gap from this 22 IT model over here. Forgot that today's check how much is gonna be the stop loss. I'll frame this trade like this way. If it take me, I'll go for that. If it doesn't take me, I'm just going to let the stop loss is much more bigger, right? I know that it can simply tap to this gap and then keep falling. I will try to catch the run from the equilibrium of this gap. Let's see. Okay, there you go. The entry is over there. 31. Try to take the partial over here, and then we'll let the market fall. Of course, it can go higher and trade this last FBZ. Can do that. That's why I had to cover this gap. If I get stopped out over here and body close above this gap, whatever entry gap it is going to create, I'll take the buy. I really don't want to see that right now because I really forgot today's Tuesday. So of course, Tuesday when the market has cleared previous day high, the previous dollar is low is more important rather than the previous day high again. I really forget about that. So that's why I framed this trade from this 22 YT model, but I know that this is the last PDRA. It can be respected. This market can go over here. That's why I covered that with my stop loss. So I had to take my entry from the equilibrium, and then I was able to cover that last FBZ. As you can see here is 31 handle stop loss. Now, if I get stopped out around here, body close above this high, I will immediately switch my bias and I will go for that buy because market fall cleared that low. Now it would love to go higher. I would love to catch that run. I don't want to see that because I've really forgot today's Tuesday. On to Tuesday, the job is market will clear previous day high, then it will go for the previous day low. Then of course it hasn't the possibility to fall for the previous day low. If it doesn't want to fall for the previous day low, closed above this gap, made a bullish gap over here, I'll immediately switch my bias. We'll try to take that buy, which I don't want to see or I don't want to do actually. I would love to see it will keep falling from this last FBZ from the 1 minute chart. You have to understand that why this gap should be covered. So if I would love to frame my trade from here, it could be like 41 handle, something like that. It's too much. So I tried to take the entry from the 50% of this gap. It could simply tap to this 50, to the low of this gap and then keep falling. As it reached until the 50%, I got my entry, covered the last FBZ by the stop loss. Now I'll wait for this market to see can it keep falling. If it doesn't fall, instead of that closed above this last FBZ, body closed above this last FBZ, there is a bullish gap. I'll switch my bias and I'll go for the buy. The last barricade should not be broken. The last FBZ should not be broken. I got stopped out here, around here. Any short of like this candle close, this gap is gonna be my rebuy around here. This gap. Worst case of scenario, I can miss this trade. I'm not gonna take the buy from here. I will wait for this candle. I don't think so. It's gonna give me any sort of what to say. I mean the buy. It will just keep going higher. That was a bad decision. I think I got just confused at the beginning. I was waiting for that buy. Later, it's really too far. Really too far. However, I was really waiting for this thing, but unfortunately, suddenly I don't know what happened to me. I just moved to sell, but I shouldn't look for that sell, I think. But yeah, again, that things what I explained right now. Yesterday's previous low has been taken, high has been taken, low can be the target. Um, what it is just happened. Went too far. I don't think so. I'll have another opportunity to take entry over here. We'll see if it can actually come back and then fill me or take me. Have to stop. When you guys give me the new information, sometimes I really get. However, some shit can happen. That's a losing boom, guys. Bedroom. If I can by this last half an hour. Before I go, just want to point out NQ reverse from C of Monday's first presented fair value gap. See you tomorrow. See you, Suzyvan. If I stay disciplined and follow your rules, I will make you a profitable trader. So don't you, whatever it takes. If you don't just disappear, I'll make you a profitable trader. That's for sure. There is two 50 minute. Yeah, brother, I'm watching them actually. That's why I'm afraid, bit afraid actually. Uh, these big 15-minute bearish gaps, I'm really afraid of them. I need. How can I go like against them? I'm just thinking, how can I go against them? It's really so tough. Guys, I just don't know after seeing that comment, like today's Monday, sorry, Tuesday, everything is now feeling confusing to me. Okay, I don't think so. I'll be able to frame any other trade. I'm not feeling confident. Even after seeing this beautiful order block, I'm not feeling confident. I should stop the streaming right now. Now, I'm not giving any excuse. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying the way I was thinking the market, now it's confusing to me because today's Tuesday and there's a probability market will keep falling. So everything is now have been changed. I'm not feeling confident to frame any other trade. So I think I should close the stream for now. I won't be able to make any other frame any other trade. After seeing this order block, see this order block, beautiful order block, I'm not feeling good to frame any trade from this order block. I'm feeling like maybe it will fall again and keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, something like that by reversing from these gaps from 15 minutes chart. I hope you'll understand. Okay, sometimes over information, like over complicated information, not over complicated, no, over information makes the things complicated. So I have my own plan the way I start my stream. Sometimes some information just destroy every kind of thinking process, and same thing happened to me. It's not anyone any of yours fault. It's my problem. I'm just getting confused right now because today's Tuesday. Now what should this market do? I'm getting confused. I'm not interested to frame any other trade right now. I hope you'll understand, man. uh, yeah, that's all. I'm really now confused because I'm not able to frame any other trade. I'm not feeling confident. That's the main problem. I should stop trading. Sure, I trust the explanation given by you will make any interested trader make profit. Thank you, Raman. Keep with us, beast. With keep with us, beast. Not beast. Just help with your analysis. Mm, okay, man. I will, but now I'm just uh, I'm saying this because after seeing this word block, when I'm getting confused, that means I won't be able to come back again. At least not this morning session. So yeah, I will say I should go. Stop. I'll just close the stream when it will touch this gap, the old reclaimed gap. Because from this order block, the job should reach the market at least the 50% of this gap. If I were thinking like that way, maybe I would love to I wanted to see it will come. However, that's not going to. Please don't take any trade right now. Thank you guys for being over here. I will be back tomorrow, inshallah. Now I'm really so confused. Uh, Over information just made me complicated. The things complicated for me. Yeah, I will be back again tomorrow. Whatever is going to happen, I won't feel good. I won't be able to be confidently read the market anymore. Back tomorrow. Thank you. It's okay, wizard. Thank you, Jamie. I'm not the wizard, by the way. All good, brother. Thank you, Jeffrey, for understanding, brother. You are amazing. You have taught us to stop when psychology is stumbling. Yes, yeah, you can think like that way. You can say like that way. Yeah, and now I'm not feeling good, so I'm not interested to read this market. Due to prices between two new week opening, a bit hard to place a trade. No, actually, not that. It's not that. The main job. Okay, please forget about that sell. Just forget about that sell. The theme is this sell side liquidity has been cleared. I'm not interested to look for any other sell. I should start to look for the buy, first of all. Secondly, market has tapped to this gap, which is a very important gap. And I think that it has traded the Monday first presented gap C, which what is it? The Suzivan has already explained. One other guy told that it has traded some this gap equilibrium. I think from the hourly chart equilibrium. Let me check it. Yeah, perfectly. It tapped to the hourly gap equilibrium. I should start to think about buy right now, no more sell, because the most important sell side liquidity has been cleared. I should start to look for buy. What I should do over here. Over here. Forget about that gap. I'm mistake. I shouldn't do that. However, the things I was waiting for. This is the gap, last FBGC. This is the last barricade. Stop the market before stop the market to go higher. When this has been broken, if this candle can close below this very near to this last gap, I will look for, see this gap. This is the entry gap, sorry, breakaway gap. There is the entry gap. I will frame my trade either from this entry gap or to the top of this last gap. From there, that's gonna be the buy until the 50% of this old reclaimed gap. Because this gap is important, because these candles didn't clear any sort of swing high, so this gap is not invalidated yet. Has to take some liquidity before falling. It didn't do that. I should believe in this gap. Still, I should believe in this gap. Can trade the 50%, retrace, break that gap, take the swing high, then maybe it can start to fall. I don't know, but at least until this consequent crossment, I should be safe from here. If I don't get the entry over here, I will immediately see what the market is doing. And I have seen this first gap, which I never explained in my life anywhere in any stream. I just showed you the order block, never ever explained this gap, because this is the most confusing gap ever. When this candle tapped to this gap, closed above this candle, I would love to frame the buy from to the top of this gap by putting the stop loss below this order block, hold the trade for the consequent crossment by taking some sort of partial, and then maybe it will give me the boom, or maybe I'll get the stopped out, or whatever it is going to happen, it will happen after that. That was my plan at the beginning, but now when today's Tuesday, Is the manipulation day. Market has cleared previous day high. It has opportunity to go for the previous day low. Everything made so much complication for me to my thinking process. I'm confused because does this market is going higher? Is it going to fall? Some kind of this type of question. What should I look for right now? I have no answer for that. Just I got confused. I'm gonna close the stream. That's all. Hope yeah, it's valid. No problem. Thank you. See you tomorrow, all of you. Thank you, Titu. No problem, Jesse. Oh man, it's been a long. I don't see your name, Jesse. Thanks for commenting, brother. Today's price action class was amazing. Thank you, Jamie. You called out 3 trades today, only one loss. It's not because of I framed a losing trade. It doesn't matter at all to me. I showed you my entries right here. I really don't care about them. 30 and 50. I showed you the entries from yesterday. This account where I took the losing trade. I don't count this right at the beginning of this stream. I showed you this when I framed that first sell around here and I didn't like just remove my stop loss or didn't clear the partial whatever it is what is to not the loss. I really don't care about them because I know what I'm doing. Sometimes shit happens. I really don't care about that. But over here, I was so much confident that it's gonna fall. I knew that this is going to fall for this relatively equal loss as well as for this area. Was my target at the beginning from 1 minute chart. This is the gap from 1 minute chart. I'm confident here to frame the trade. So that loss doesn't have any value to me. I know that why I'm getting stopped out here. Immediately I'll be able to take entry. But here the problem is I'm now in two-sided. Should I go for the buy? Should I look for the sell? Until here I was extremely bullish. I had no intention to take the sell. When that information came to my mind, today's Tuesday, I'm confused. Should I go for the buy? Should I go for the sell? This is the confusing things. Okay, so I don't care about this losing trade. It's the part of this game. Nobody can take all the winning trade. It's the part of this game. But the problem is now I'm not feeling confident. What should I do? I look for buy, sell. Okay, that type of confusion. You like if I ever fall in this confusion, I just simply close the trade. I mean, close the chart because now I know that whatever I will do, it will lead me to blow the account, and I just don't wanna let all the go. I hope my point is clear. Thank you, Tito. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Dora. Thank you. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Please don't forget to push the like button before closing the stream. So please make sure that you have all of you have pushed the like button just before closing the stream. And Jamil, see you, brother. See you tomorrow. And thank you so much, guys, for being over here, for being with us, for learning. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys.